is bigger potentially than what is going on in Arizona, Steve. We have 4 affidavits from 4 election officials.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned during this whole Stop the Steal mess, it's that when Trumpers put their names to affidavits, you can definitely bank on it. For instance, this lady also signed an affidavit.
Completely off.
Off by 30,000?
I'd say that poll book is off by over 100,000. That poll book?
Hey, we're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes. That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it?
Very reliable sources indeed. But yes, now, unfortunately, GA is reviewing 150,000 mail-in ballots from Fulton County, despite the fact they've already done recounts and audits, finding nothing. But one good thing is that they won't be turning the ballots over to any cyber ninjas, because I think we all see how well that is going at the moment. But why even do this? Why go through all this trouble? They can't overturn the election in any way, and they're definitely not going to find anything. Well, it's really as simple as, it's the money, Lebowski. Yes, the lawsuit in GA is being funded completely by small dollar Trumper donations, and the Arizona dumpster fire is also killing it in small dollar donations, so much so that they were pushing for $1.7 million in a single day. And this goofball pictured next to the world's creepiest man has somehow gotten himself involved in every single one of these election recounts. He's a failed inventor who claims he has invented technology that can scan a ballot and determine whether it's real or fake. Seems like very convenient technology. Not to mention that any politician that pushes this gets instant credibility within a very large and probably the majority at this point voting bloc inside the Republican Party, which is why you have idiots like Paul Gosar saying shit like this with no evidence.
We're coming to me from the Securities Exchange Fraud Departments and from the military fraud. Estimated between 400,000 and 700,000 ballots were altered in the state of Arizona.
I don't know, Paul, maybe it's just me, but I would like to see a little evidence for a claim that, if true, would be the largest scandal in the history of our country. But that's the thing, they don't actually care if you have any evidence. I mean, if you did have some, great, they would love it, but they don't actually care if you do. They just want you to say it, and that's what the grifters have figured out. Whether it's this guy's ridiculous videos trying to justify January 6th, or Paul Gosar making ridiculous claims without any evidence, or the next audit that's going to be the one, I swear, that actually isn't going to make a damn bit of difference, it doesn't matter to them, because all they want is that full-scale cope. That's why Fox News, despite being hyper-partisan, is down 39% from a year ago, and even more with the key demographic, because their entire network won't go all in on Stop the Steal. So, when people ask, what's the harm in letting them do a recount? Well, this is the harm. It's because when there's absolutely no reason to do one, it turns into an industry full of bullshitters and grifters who do nothing but take people's money, and then the GOP uses all these bullshit cases to try and pass laws to make it harder to vote in the first place. And the moral of the story, don't humor bad faith actors just because they're persistent with their lies.